Okay, Nanach, Nachman. So we're saying that the Baal Shem Tov was saying how the thought that a person is attached to and wants to know more about and grapples with, that's a sign that it's meant for him. Last time I think I said it a little wrong, that maybe this person came into the world just for the thought. That could be true, but what's written here is that maybe this thought came into the world, or this sound, whatever it is that he's grappling with, came into the world just for him. In other words, someone said something and that person really had no reason to say it. The main reason why he said it, main thing that caught his attention, it was for him. Now on this, the Baal Shem Tov said, he gave a halatza. It's like a play on words. He said, he explicated on the verse. It says, if a person entices a virgin, Nara Basula, a maiden that's a virgin. So the Baal Shem Tov said on this verse that what does it mean that he entices this girl? That a person expands the amorphous thought, because the thought, the intellect, is like virgin land, virgin soil that was never tilled. That was never. The verse says, "Ashelo Arasa," she was never engaged. So this thought, the Baal Shem Tov is associating the thought to the girl. It's a concept of knowledge that was never engaged, meaning that it never came to be verbalized, to be expressed, because the word orasa, engaged, is found at reshes vasayim, the expression of my lips. So if a person wants to expand a thought that was never brought to fruition, was never brought into words, and he sleeps with her, which means that he connects with this thought and he attaches himself to this thought. So the verse continues, he should speedily take her as a wife. Meaning to say that this is a very a very strong sign, siman muvhak, that it is designated and specific. It was specifically invited for him from the 6 days of creation. From the beginning of the creation, this was meant for him. And his very essence and being is only for this, to find what's hidden and secreted in this thought. And the Baal Shem Tov said, even though I know that many of the masters of the Torah will mock and ridicule these foreign explications, discourses, homilies, the Chidushei Torah, the novelty of the Torah, the original Torah thoughts of myself and my disciples, to laugh and make litzanos mockery. In their eyes, it's like a laughing matter and a mockery. We have nothing of their ridicule for this. Because the person that's storish, that's making the discourse, that's explicating, can explicate and insert, even very narrowly, it's like squeeze it in any way that he needs to. If any opinion, any idea, any concept that's correct that's true, and it's clear. It's Mevureres means it's tested. It's already clarified. And any Musar Haskell, any life lesson, and every good attribute, good character, a person has that's explicating, that's being dorish. He's giving over. He's explicating the verse. So he could take out from these verses, any verse or any adage that he finds, that the words of the adage of the verse, they carry his idea. That this novel idea of the one that's explicating, that's giving over this homily, he could subdue, he could force the words, he could enslave the words, he could put them to the task of giving over the idea that he wants. And every word, an expression of the Torah, is like a peg to hang on it every good thing and every helpful, beneficial thing. But the main thing is that the novel idea that he's putting out is true and absolute by him. It's carved, engraved on the tablet of his heart. And at the time that he's explicating, when he's giving over, when he's putting his idea into the words, he's deriving his words, his idea from the words. He has to have his head, his whole intellect, his whole thought should be completely absorbed and set in that matter. And his thoughts and his senses should encompass it and should be encompassed by it from every side. So you can't just say, "Oh, I have this idea and I found the verse. I'm gonna put it together." Chaim. He has to really be living this idea completely. That he's inside of it. It's inside of him. His whole mind and heart set is on it. So then he has permission and he could do it. And through this, he will merit to insert the idea into the hearts of those that are hearing it. And this is the idea of what we find that our sages said, that matters that leave the heart enter the heart. If a person says something heartfully, they'll enter the other person's heart. They'll be accepted. Meaning to say that the person saying this idea, he himself is standing at that level, on the level of the matter that he's saying. And the Baal Shem Tov said, I'm repeating myself 2 times, 3 times, intentionally, not for nothing, because they're forgotten from most of the rabbis. And this is a terrible kilkul, a terrible something. It's something very ruined, that was damaged and ruined by the majority of the people that are involved with the Torah. That they set aside, they leave aside this very great principle. And instead, it's important to them some sort of whatever they find. Okay, we're going to have to continue this. Nanach, Nachma, MeUman. So you have to be on par. You have to be where you're talking about. You got to be Nanach.